Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Chassidus in the morning. 15 minutes to change our lives. Kuntres, we're going to start by giving tzedakah, and we're going to daven for. We're going to have in mind all the soldiers and all the unfortunate people that are still in captivity in Gaza. They should come home, and we should focus on Noam, Liel, Ben, Rutel. The Mitzvah Hashem, Noam, Liel, Ben, Rutel should be good, healthy, safe, and all the soldiers, and we should finish the job once and for all. And we should never have to deal with such issues. Okay, so we're discussing in this, really, we're going to bring us into a deeper discussion. This Maimah Yud Zayin is, I think, the first Maimah so far that we've been to. It only has one parak. And really, it's leading us into a whole different discussion. It's going to lead us into the discussion of how does our parnasa come to us? Is it, like we'd say, on one hand, we say it's between Rosh Hashanah and Kippur is set what we're going to get for the year. But on the other hand, it says we're judged every day. That's judgment of how much we're going to get that day. And then, on the other hand, it also says, and we're going to bring it down, that I can't remember what's his name now, but he would daven for his food. That was there in front of him. So we have to understand what does it all mean and how does it all connect? Like how does this whole parnasa thing work? But still, now we're going to continue. Before we get to that point, we're going to discuss the brachas, and also just to clarify from yesterday's story, the chassid's name was Rabbi Kusel Leflo, and if you read in the back of this green Kuntres, it has a story over there. It's very beautifully brought down, and with a lot more details, and it strengthens the point. It's beautiful. Anyway, so now we're up to that one thing. On one hand, we have to do avodah. We have to go to work. We have to do all the right things. But it's all blessings from Hashem. So let's continue discussing this. So it says, it's written in the volume, Hashem will bless you in everything that you do. So we need to understand, like if we're going to be honest with ourselves, Hashem is the one, Hashem is going to bless you everything you do. The question is, why do you have to do anything? Hashem is going to give us the brachas. So what do we have to do? Since the bracha is coming from Hashem, why do we need to do anything? If the bracha is coming from Hashem, Hashem's taking care of it, so Hashem's taking care of it. What will it do with me? Why do I have to do something? This is what it says, everything that I will do, that everything that you do, it means we have to do something. So is it Hashem's bracha or is it our doing? It's conflicting. On one hand, we're saying it's Hashem's bracha. On the other hand, we're saying in everything that you do. So you have to do it, but it's Hashem's bracha. So which one is it? Is it your doing or is it Hashem's bracha? And even more, it's not understood. What it says in Masechet Beitzah, all our sustenance, whatever we're going to get, all our parnasa, it gets set to us between Rosh Hashanah and Kippur. All that time period, that's the time where we set how much we're going to get for the year. And this is a discussion that we're going to have till Maimer Chaf Hey. So we've got a good 7 Maimarim on this discussion. It's a deep discussion, and hopefully we'll be transformed through this discussion. So if it says it's everything has been set on the Seres Mitzvah, so once the Seres Mitzvah is over, we're free to go. Why do we have to do any work anymore? Or some type of profession. Through that we'll get parnasa. Isn't it obvious, isn't it for sure that what we're going to get from Hashem's kindness on those days Yom Shachlei, it's going to get drawn to us. We're already saying that it's set between Rosh Hashanah and Kippur. It says Tshuva, it's set to us what we're going to get for the year. So if it's already set, why do I have to do anything? Today, why do I have to go to work? My parnas is already set for the year. I'm done. So the lama tzarech ha'esek lishtadu with this. Why do I have to put in your knife? Why do I have to do anything? Gam tzarech ha'av must need to understand. Also, what our rabbis say in Rosh Hashanah, in contrast to what we just said, that it's on the Sesame Tshuva. The 10 days of Tshuva is what's set up and also for the year. But it says in Rosh Hashanah, it says, Adam nidim b'chol yom, we're judged every day. So how do we put this together with what it says that our mezenes, our sustenance for the year is set on Sesame Tshuva? Is it on a Sesame Tshuva, or is it every day? Which one is it? The Vadai Gam Rabbi Yosi, for sure that even Rabbi Yosi, She'emer, that he says the Adam nidin b'chol yom, and the person judged every day. Meida, he admits the hadin u'mishpat hu b'Rosh Hashanah. Even Rabbi Yosi that says it's every day we're judged, he also agrees that on Rosh Hashanah and Kippur that says me tshuva we're judged as well. He's not saying that we're not judged then for the parnasa for the year. And then it's set all what we need with health or children, health and sustenance. And if so, so what's this judgment that happens every day? So for sure, we're saying for sure this has made tshuva does its thing. For sure, everything is set. The question is, what's the daily? What's the daily judgment all of that? How does it work? How do we tap into it? Why do we need it? What's going on over here? That's one discussion. And we also need to understand this that we ask every day. Al parnasa, every day we ask about our parnasa, refuah, we ask about health, parnasa, all these things. Isn't this already set by Rosh Hashanah? We're like, it's again on the Sesame Tshuva, everything is set for the year. What we're going to have. See if it's already set. So why do we have to daven every day for it? We already have it. It's like 10 days a year. Like all your money for the year. The rest of these you have to take it. What's the problem? It's right there. But Zayar is on. It says in the Zayar. To Rav Yeva Sava Hay Mispal B'Chol Yom. It says in the Zayar. The Rav Yeva Sava, he would daven every day. Before he ate, on the food that was given to him. He has food right in front of him, and he davens for it. It was already there, and he's davening for it. What's going on over here? Even though he had the food, he wouldn't prepare it. He wouldn't get it ready to eat. Until he asked Malka from the king through davening. So he's davening, Hashem, please give me my food that's right in front of him. What is that? What's going on over there? What's his davening all about? And this is and essentially you could ask, it's the clawless question, how does the whole system work? Is it what was said in Rosh Hashanah and Kippur, the Sesame Tshuva, set for the year, and that's it? Do we have to daven every day? Why do we have to daven every day if it's already there? Why is this Rav Yeva Sava? Why is he davening when he has the food in front of him? What's going to happen? The food's going to magically disappear somehow? Like, what's going on with him? And these are the discussions we are going to discuss in the next 7 or so memorim. Kitzer, and now it was that whole memory. Yeah. Kitzer. Shtusei bal asakim, the shtus, the folly, the foolishness of business people. She'enam kavim itim l'Torah. They don't have time for Torah. And this is all of us in our own version, like we've said before. Where are we not doing what we should be doing? when it comes to davening and learning. Now, this is not talking about a woman with kids. That's a whole different discussion, of course. Hopefully it's obvious. And that doesn't get into this picture. This picture, we're talking about people going to work and people working to make money, and what gets in the way, and that work, making money, gets in the way of them davening and learning, setting time to do those things that we need to be doing. For a woman with a kid, taking care of the kid is equivalent to davening and learning. And you could say that version would be if a woman is not davening, is taking work home, not taking care of the kids properly. That's the same idea. You could put it maybe, I'm stretching it a little bit, but the idea is that we're saying that we should have time every day to daven and to learn. And the business should be able, the healthy mindset with business and work is that when it comes time to doing the things you got to do religiously, davening and learning, you're able to do it with the nuchas and nefesh, not thinking about work. And it's an avodah. It's not easy. I'm not going to say it's easy, but this is what we're saying. And we have to, and this is sort of the frame that we've been having. We have to work and we have to recognize that it's to our benefit to be able to separate the two. And the problem comes up when we're not setting ourselves time to learn properly, which every day, especially if you have a husband, you should have time to learn Gemara, to learn halacha, and some chassidus. Some of them don't even daven with a minyan because they don't have time. They're busy with their work. And they forget the main thing. It's the blessing of Hashem that makes you rich. Stiras, Maimarim, and then we discussed right now the contradiction in the sayings. The Mezainis of Ketzuvim Rosh Hashanah, that our sustenance is set on Rosh Hashanah, together in contrast to what we're saying, Anan person is judged every day. And how do these two things come together? And that is the end of that Maimah. Now we're going to Maimah Yud Ches. I think we'll wait here. We'll start next week in the beginning, because it gets into a little Kabbalistic, and we're going to jump into the middle of something right now. But essentially, just to summarize, what we're saying is we have to understand these three categories. There's a Rosh Hashanah and to Yom Kippur judgment. There's a daily judgment, and then there's the food and family judgment. And over the next few weeks, we're going to discuss what all this mean and what it means for ourselves. And ultimately, just to finish off from yesterday's class, we have to remind ourselves that we can do it. We should never have, if we have negative talk, this is not good. And the truth of the matter is, we can daven and we can learn and we can connect. And no one should ever say to themselves, I am not good at whatever it is. It might take effort. The story of Kusa Leplon took a lot of effort. He was a bur. He was ignoramus. And he couldn't learn. And through a tad effort, no brachas. He went to the Mittler Rebbe because of the situation of having a hard time learning. And he was, you have to understand, it says that he was 15 years learning already. And he saw these new young whippersnappers coming, and they know the Maimarim better than he does. And it was really bothered by it. And he sat there, he left, he kept on walking and trying to understand it, gave over his business to his family, and it didn't work. And then he went to the Mittler Rebbe, and he told them, I tried, I got the basics of the Maimon, but I don't really get the depth. And these guys he's been learning for a year, and he knows it better than me. What's going on? So the Mittler Rebbe said to him, nothing gets in the way of your will. And he gave him a whole explanation on this. And Chris Lovely said, fine, done. Told his family, I'm staying in Lubavitch. I'm working on myself. I'll be back. And he sat a good 3-4 months. And he toiled and he toiled and he toiled. And he changed himself. He should change himself to be a guy that could learn. And the deepest chassidus, Imre Bina, which is one of the deepest chassidus that there is out there, was written for him. But that's how transformative he became. It's a very important lesson to all of us that we should never define ourselves anything negative, and we should know that sometimes we're not the best character judge of ourselves in the positive, that we could do a lot more than what we think. Mr. Hashem, by all of us, we should reach the heights that are possible and have an amazing day. Have a good day, everybody.